Hi again, everyone. Welcome to another travel tutorial with My Happy Suitcase. Today we're going to just have kind of a fun chat about souvenirs. We all like to bring home souvenirs when we travel. I know sometimes people spend lots of time looking for the perfect souvenir. So I just thought I'd share some of my favorite souvenirs with you, but also give you some ideas of where you might be able to find some of those things that will be treasured for a lifetime. I think, souvenir shops are great, and believe me, I've gotten my fair share of Christmas ornaments and fridge magnets and things. But I thought I'd just sort of share with you some other places to keep an eye out and, watch out for when you're traveling, because sometimes you can find souvenirs in the most unlikely of places. So, a few different places I have that I just kind of keep in mind whenever I'm traveling. First thing is I try to find maybe some place that is maybe it's a local store, as in it's a brand that you see over and over locally, but you don't necessarily see it at home. So, for example, I have an assortment here of bags from a store in the UK called Cath Kidston. Cath Kidston is, I would say, sort of like the Vera Bradley of the UK. Lots of fun stuff. There's bags, there's clothes, there's shoes, there's accessories, but you can get them in all kinds of different patterns. There are lots of different purposes. So, I have a crossbody bag that I picked up that I love, this little toiletry case, a little coin purse. This bag is great. This actually is a bag that folds inside of itself. So it's actually a purse, like a crossbody purse, that not only is it really thin and takes up no space, but the fabric is also kind of moisture repellent. So especially when you're traveling in England and it rains a lot, you can get a bag like this. The water will run right off, and you can pack it away. I know when I fly, I typically like to just sort of have my backpack and my carry-on. I don't like to have to deal with having a purse too. So a lot of times I throw my passport and my wallet in my backpack, fold this puppy up and put it in my suitcase, and then I have it for kind of day use while I'm there. You'll see Cath Kidston everywhere in the UK. There's even a Cath Kidston outlet in Bicester. There is the Cath Kidston factory just south of Cambridge. So if you happen to pass through, that's great too. You get some really good deals. Like I said, lots of great fabrics and patterns. I'm obviously partial to pink polka dots, but it makes for a nice souvenir. So every time I use one of these items at home, it takes me back to my trip. Another thing to look out for are like markets. So some of the older European cities will have a sort of a market hall. Others might just have kind of town markets on a Saturday or a Thursday or a Sunday or whatever the case may be. So, have a look and see. You can always find online if there's any markets happening anywhere. Go to the markets and check them out, because you can get some really nice kind of locally made products. This is a table runner, kind of a Christmas themed table runner I bought in Budapest that, it was in a little market, and it was actually very inexpensive. And now every year when I decorate for Christmas, I put that on the table, and it takes me back to my trip to Budapest. Another place to look out for are sort of ordinary stores. So when you're traveling and you walk past the kitchen shop, you might not necessarily think, oh, I'll go and check out the kitchen shop, because, hey, you have kitchen shops at home. I love kitchen shops. I'm a sucker for a kitchen shop. So I was in Paris and went into a kitchen shop, and this caught my eye, and obviously it came home with me. But it's a little selection of 4 dessert plates, and they're all focused around chocolate, which is even better, with French writing and some kind of Parisian symbols and things. Again, not found in a souvenir store, just found in an ordinary kitchen shop. Not a tourist kitchen shop, just a kitchen shop. So, if there are certain things that you enjoy, whether it's, cooking, or maybe you're into sports, pop into the local shops relative to that topic, and you can pick up some great souvenirs in those sorts of locations. Talking about your not so typical souvenirs. So when people travel to Poland, it's really popular, really common, I've done it too, to bring home Polish pottery. I mean, love Polish pottery, right? There's another thing that you can get in Poland, and even really in any of the kind of Baltic states. So Czech Republic, Slovakia, kind of what they call Bohemian crystal, Bohemian cut crystal. That's what these little glasses are here. So in Poland, I was in Krakow. There was in the market hall. a little stand that sells these beautiful cut crystal glasses. They had everything from these little cordials to wine glasses, beverage glasses, all sorts. You can get one color, you can get multicolor like this, but they're just beautiful. And again, every time I pull them out to use it, I think about that trick. Along those same lines of things you'll see, Spain. So lots of people, when they go to Spain, leather is really popular to buy in Spain and bring back. But something that I try to think about when I'm traveling is, what am I seeing all the time? So one time I was in Germany, I was in kind of the Rhine Valley of Germany. And everywhere I went, the restaurants served wine in these wine glasses that were green on the bottom and clear on top. And so I went in search of a pair of those wine glasses just because everywhere we went, that's what they served the wine in, and I wanted to drink my wine at home out of some of those glasses. So similar in Spain, everywhere we went, have to admit, we got sangria. Why not? Sangria is delicious. But they served sangria in these beautiful pitchers. And so I went in search of a sangria pitcher to bring home, because not only is it really pretty and functional, but again, because it reminds me of, every night at dinner, we'd have sangria out of one of these beautiful pitchers, and it kind of takes me back to that trip. So think about, or pay attention to, as you're having meals, for example, what's the common thing that you see maybe served on the table all the time? And that can be a nice thing to bring home as a souvenir. And then my last sort of places to watch out for are kind of just local boutiques. It's really easy to go into the shops with the names that you recognize, but just like at home, there are lots of little specialty boutiques that are really easy to pass by. So I was in Amsterdam, walking past a boutique, looked in the window, and saw a whole bunch of these really fun, colorful sneakers, all different kinds. And I knew instantly I had to have them. So I checked out what time the store opened and made sure to get back there. And it was great. It was a fantastic little shop. Come to find out, all of these little sneakers are handmade. They're all unique, one of a kind. So that right there makes them really special. I mean, nobody else in the world has ones that look exactly like mine. What does this have to do with Amsterdam specifically? Sneakers in Amsterdam? Absolutely nothing. But you better believe that every time I put these on, I think about that trip, and especially think about that moment, that afternoon, and where I was and what I was doing when I stumbled on that shop. So it was also nice just to know that I was kind of supporting a local business. And once inside, they had all kinds of things. They had scarves, they had accessories, and I think everyone in our group ended up buying something. So it was just nice to take home something really unique. Doesn't say Amsterdam or Netherlands, or has nothing to do with, when you think of Amsterdam. But yeah, everywhere I go, people ask where I got them, and they're super comfy. So keep an eye out. Yeah, those little boutiques, sometimes they can be intimidating, especially if it's in a country that speaks a different language than your own, to go in. But just go inside, and especially if you learn how to just say hello and make a little bit of an effort, you'd be surprised how easy it is to navigate the conversation. You can do a lot with hand gestures and writing too. So hopefully my little assortment of not your typical souvenirs has given you some ideas and kind of broaden your thoughts on what to look out for, how to look out for them, and how to bring some things home that not only will last a very long time, but can keep those memories fresh for you. So if you'd like to see other topics related to travel, you can check out other videos on the My Happy Suitcase YouTube channel. You can also subscribe to the channel and be notified when new videos come out. Or you can check out some more tips and fun stories on myhappysuitcase.com. Thanks for watching.